we are back. Father and Son News Show here on radioonfire.com. Thank you for joining me. My name is Don McKay. My father alongside me.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Dad?
Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy every day.
What you gonna say?
No, I'm happy every day. Brother, happy every day. Be here with my son, please. Happy.
Also, we are joined by Travis Winkey. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. I'm just working. I'm ready to work hard.
Yes.
All right, I'm ready.
So every week we are here unpacking political and social stories here in Baltimore, Maryland. Of course, people want to advertise or sponsor an edition of the Father and Son News Show. You can visit radioonfire.com/promo for pricing and other details. So a lot to talk about. Let's dive in. The debate, the first of the Democratic debates, went down last week. A 2-day affair. 20 hopeful candidates. Did you get a chance to check out any of the debate?
Yes.
I think some questions that people had got answered, at least for the moment. Travis, did you get a chance to see any of the highlights?
I love that kind of stuff. I love the debates, It was just great seeing the mixture of people.
Yeah.
You had white, you had black, you had Hispanic, you had gay,
Asian.
One thing about the Democrats is every one of those folks that was up there was smart.
So you don't think all the Republicans are smart?
No, I really don't. I think they just follow. They follow. What's that guy's name? Trump.
That's his name.
They follow him no matter what. As terrible as a person he has been, not so much, but terrible as a person he has been, and they're still supporting him. I can't understand it.
Yeah, that's true.
Understand it.
That's true. Because I don't think that they care about
their country.
Well, they care about whatever it is that they want done. Hell with whatever the collateral damage is.
But that means they don't care about their country. I mean, if they can just follow this man, as terrible as he's been, with just not so much as the politics, but just the words and how he talking, how he treats women, and these are supposed to be so many people, religious people. They don't care about their country. They don't care about themselves. I can't understand it.
I hear you.
That's those Tea Party people. Those former Tea Party people.
Yeah.
But also, what is that religion of this father? This
evangelical? What, the evangelicals?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and he talk about women grabbing their proud parts and all that, and they still follow
only if they're his type, he said. If they're not his type, then he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But when Obama was president, and especially when he went overseas and talked, they would say that the Republicans had exceptionalism. They kept using. They don't even say that anymore. Exceptionalism, and now that Trump is in, you don't hear that because there is no exceptionalism.
No,
definitely not.
None whatsoever.
And but all of it was just rhetoric anyway.
From Trump.
Yes. And from his group. But I kept telling everybody. They would ask me about who did you support or who you think going to win, and I would say each week on the radio, I said I got to wait until the debates and I can see firsthand how they talk, movements, how sincere, how much fight they have in them, and a few of them I like. I see that they're not going to be successful.
So
like who?
That's bad. Let's do this because put some faces with some of these names. So on night one, this was the lineup for night one. Yeah. Anybody on this stood out to you?
Well, you guys know that I did like the mayor of New York. He didn't do that well in the debates collectively. From what the commentators were saying, he was okay. I like De Blasio.
I especially like Elizabeth Warren. I really liked her a lot.
I think that she had the best of that night.
Of that whole lot right there.
Yeah. She, did anybody realize that John Delaney is
From
from Maryland?
Yeah.
Nobody even.
Yeah.
The Marylanders didn't even know. Most
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's from where? You know what I mean? Julian Castro.
I like
I
Julio.
thought he was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But I
He had a problem. He had a problem with Beto
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
and Cory Booker.
And I like Corey. I like Corey.
I like Corey.
I don't like Beto. I don't think he can
Yeah.
win. I know
Well,
you talk
I like
favorably
him,
about
though.
it. I don't think he can win
I like
though.
him a little less, not as much as Booker. At first, I liked him better, but
Yeah, but
Booker is a better.
I think he's being exposed.
Yeah.
You know, he
But-
might be somebody you might
No,
want to
I think-
have
I
as your
think
next door
he's-
neighbor. But
I-
couldn't he run the country?
No, I believe he's true to his word. I think he learns fast
Okay.
and he listens to people.
You talking about Beto?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he listens to people. You got to give that to the man. You know, so he's not a bad guy. I mean, I don't know about him making it to the end, but I think.
I hate when Trump says stuff that are true. And Trump was talking about him, and he was talking about his hand movements, and he moves his hands too much. And
Well, Trump moves his hands.
he does, but Beto, I think, does it, and Trump may do it for the same reason. It's kind of a way to keep them on track and kind of keep the rhythm going, and I think they just kind of have to, you know what I mean?
Everybody
It's
has
kind of weird. Yeah, you got
everybody has that little something about
Yes,
them.
yeah.
You have that little something about
That's
you
true.
that you do all the
That's
time.
true.
So
That's true.
we can't criticize the man because he moves his hand
Yeah.
too much. Because
But
if that's his style, that's his style.
There's plenty other to criticize him for. But, I think he's too soft. I think he's
Yeah.
too soft.
I think so too.
He is a nice guy. That's
That's why you
there's
said he'd be a
debate.
good next door neighbor.
He'd be an excellent next door neighbor. You know,
He'll watch your house, but especially when you're
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll call us, hey Travis, you know you left the gate open. I shut the gate for you.
That's that'll make me like him.
And you
Yeah.
like him.
That would
You know
make
what
me
I mean?
like him.
But he can't be president of those parents alone. Doesn't Jay Inslee? I said this before, but does he look like, if you look real quick, he look like Franklin Delano Roosevelt? If you look real quick, like
Real quick.
real quick. No fireside chat from him. I didn't. He was okay. You know, he was okay,
Yeah.
but he wasn't. He wasn't the guy.
No, he wasn't impressive.
And Tulsi Gabbard, did she?
I think she wasn't bad. She wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
know,
I mean, she's not going to win,
I'm
but
not-
she was.
Yeah.
I wasn't overly impressed.
Yeah, Amy Klobuchar. Anybody impressed with her?
She wasn't bad. She wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, she's a moderate.
She's trying to separate herself by going on
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
You know, letting her know.
Yeah.
that I'm not afraid to go on
That's
Fox.
true. And,
you know?
and she's trying to win over some of those people because
Yeah.
she's a middle of the road type of lady, and I think that she's counting on that fact to try
It
to
ain't-
get some.
it ain't gonna work.
I think
It ain't gonna work.
No.
I think she's sadly mistaken. Because
Only thing you
Fox
can do is-
people are for that man.
They're on the right.
The man
They're
named Trump.
on the far right.
Yeah. And a lot of them, like you said, he can walk down the street and shoot somebody, and they still be with him.
Yeah.
So, I don't think going on that Fox show is gonna help no Democrats. I don't care who
It's
they are.
definitely not going to help her because
No.
only thing she's going to do is alienate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take a stand. And Tim Ryan, did he stand out to you guys?
No, not to me.
Me either. You know, so that was night. That was night one.
Well, y'all didn't talk about De Blasio. So what do y'all think about De Blasio?
You know, here's the thing about De Blasio,
He
and
was
I,
better than I thought he was gonna be.
and I said it. I like De Blasio for this job. I don't know if I would like him as my next door neighbor, but that's not what we hiring him for. I think that De Blasio is very similar to Trump, except he lacks Trump's charisma. But pretty much, I mean, you know, they probably would be the same guy for the most part. I mean, he wouldn't be the sexist pig that Trump is.
I don't think nobody's like Trump.
Yeah,
don't
Trump
know.
Jr. Trump
I
Jr.
think-
is pretty close.
That's his children.
Trump
That's his children.
Jr.
Oh,
That's
well,
his children. So that's different.
but
But I think De Blasio, I don't think he's like Trump at all. I think he came from
Bravado.
He came from the same place where they came from, by living in New York. De Blasio will know how to fight him.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
he won't lay down and just let him say anything he want to say. But Dwight liked him, and we talked about that a lot. He did a better job than I thought he was going to be. You know what I mean?
So-
So he's not bad.
Before we get to night two, Dad, would you support a Harris De Blasio ticket? Harris at the front?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't like that?
No.
Wait till you hear de Blasio more. You know what I mean? Wait till he get.
Yes, but right now,
more.
okay, I know I'll change my mind later on.
It's
but
possible.
right now, you know what the ticket would be for me?
Ooh.
Just for now, would be the girl Warren
Elizabeth Warren.
and Harris.
Well, who's on
those
top?
two women.
Who's on
Who's the
top?
head of the
No, I put Harris, the lawyer, on top.
Okay.
And
Nah, okay.
Elizabeth Warren
All right.
as a vice president. But let me tell you, to tell you the truth,
In
Elizabeth
America.
Warren is capable of more things that would be good for everybody than any of them have.
I like that, but I don't know how attractive that would be to some people because it's too radical. Warren is too, putting both of them together, they talk about changing the face of this country. That she's so to the left that I think that would scare even the left.
But her being on the second on the ticket, her policies are not what it's going to be.
Well, you know what they say. She's just one, one bad night away from being the president.
Yeah, but the other thing too,
Well,
I
that's true.
think that women listen and are willing to work with the woman. Like
I agree with
men are not. They're
I
totally
agree.
different. And I think if those two women, Harris and Warren, on the same ticket as president and vice president, it'd be totally different. And those women would be strong. I think it'd be strong. And I think that would be the
So July 2nd, 2019, Travis says he likes the two women.
Warren and Harris, yes.
Yeah.
The other concern I have with that is there's no foreign policy experience there, and we already are dealing with a guy with foreign policy experience of only putting a hotel up in another country. That's the extent of his experience.
Right. But the difference with those two women, they're smart enough to have the right people with them and behind them that would advise them.
That's true.
And I really think I think they would be a great president and vice president. I really do.
And I think they would do great jobs. I think they would do great jobs. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I just don't know about two women. Whether they could.
You always think that people are not gonna vote for two women.
True.
A lot of white men won't vote for two women. But I bet you one thing. I bet they'd beat Trump.
They didn't vote for one woman last time. With
well, I mean,
they did, but I'm saying
more votes than him.
She did, but there were some people. Some of the problems that some people had with voting for a woman was sexist stuff, and some of it came from women.
No, but that's true too. But he lost by
3 million. 3 million. 3 million.
By 3 million. A
landslide.
But let me tell you, the other thing is she was cheated out of that job.
Yeah.
She was cheated out of that job.
Yeah.
She would have beat him. So when you say a woman can't win, that's not true. And you would say that women didn't support her more than they support him. They did.
Yeah.
But if you get cheated, and we know that that got cheated, and you got cheated, you still can't win. Even if you got cheated, if you can't overcome the cheating, you lost.
No, but Trump came in there. He even had the media scared to death with his lies and everything.
But the point being fact, he did it. You know what I mean? There was, he got all that.
We know he did it.
And he got all that free publicity.
But a lot of people know his game right now. They know his game.
Well,
and I bet you any amount of money.
And he didn't have a track record before, too.
And I bet them two women will kick his butt. I bet they will.
They probably could beat him in a fight, too. And speaking of fights, the day two, I talked to Dad day one. He was underwhelmed with day one. Mm-hmm. Now, debate number 2, that was the one. Okay, that was a very interesting debate.
Yeah.
And so let's get some of the lesser performing people out of the way. Michael Bennett, did he stand out to you at all?
It was not really.
Yeah. He didn't get a lot of talking time, but Andrew Yang,
I want that $1,000. I take that $12,000 a year.
Yeah, he said he'd give everybody $1,000 a year over.
A month.
A month. I'm sorry. $1,000 a month. Over 18, no questions asked. Just you get $1,000.
But you know what? But you know what? That goes to show you how uninformed the American people are, because that goes to show you how much money this country has.
That's right.
We got this country has an enormous amount of money.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? An enormous amount of money that we don't even, if we knew it, wait a minute.
And we have a lot of debt.
Yeah.
We got money and debt.
Yeah.
And,
He had to bring that up.
I like the guy Yang.
Yeah. He didn't talk a lot, so I don't know. We don't know
but,
yet.
No, he says he didn't do a lot
When
of
he
talking,
did talk,
but
he
he
did
was
say
strong
something.
when he talked.
You talking about Yang with the guy who's talking about $1,000?
Andrew, that's the guy.
Yeah,
That's the guy. Yeah, Andrew Yang.
$1,000. Yeah.
So he was impressive to me.
He's from what? Not from Wall Street, but he's from.
He's a tech.
Yeah,
He's a
tech guy. Yeah.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
So Kirsten Gillibrand, who I think shot herself in the foot. I think that not at the debate, just coming in, and I don't dislike her. I just think whenever people feud with whoever got them started, I always watch those people. Like whoever put you on, and I feel like the Clintons put her on.
They do.
And
she took Hillary's spot.
Right,
And yeah, right.
And then she talked crazy about Bill, Bill's not my favorite guy. But I'm just saying, you can't, it's biting the hand that feeds you almost, or fed you.
Well, I guess what she was probably trying to do was the same thing Harris did that night. I'm going for I'm going to, it's going to work for me or it ain't. You know what I mean? And she tried to distance herself from the Clintons.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Yeah.
I was not impressed with her at all.
Yeah, so I don't think she had too many stand-up moments. She's another moderate, and let's go to the opposite of moderate. Bernie Sanders.
Bernie, feel the burn, feel the burn.
I don't do it. I don't feel it.
Premises he's running before.
Right.
There's no different in it. He's running the same premise.
No different. No difference whatsoever, which is bad because we're years later and he's still speaking
4 years later,
the same thing. And you got Elizabeth Warren speaking the same thing but better, saying it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took it from.
No, she came with more programs than he came up with.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, I'm very impressed with her.
That's true. Yeah, she's
very impressed.
She said, "I got a plan for that.
Yeah.
I got something for that too."
Yeah, and a lot of these things she's already done in a position where she was before. So she's not just talking.
That's true. And another thing that you referenced earlier, Trump. A big part about Trump's whole thing was they didn't know what he was going to do. They're judging him on his aura as a real estate tycoon and a reality show person because that's all we had. Right. Now we have a track record we can point to. What about this? Exactly. You said you want to do this. Exactly. What about that? And he didn't have that before.
Yeah. And the people that's voting for him, he's hurting them. Most
big time.
His own
the farmers.
White folks think he's making it worse for them.
But to show you how loyal they are to him, and how and that's credit to him. They said that he said just trust me, it's gonna hurt for a little while, but we're gonna get past it, and they believe him. So he's a good salesman. He's selling. He's selling.
I think he might be a good salesman to them, but he's not a good salesman to the wider.
Broader,
and I think that those folks would do anything that he wants because of himself, Trump, and the way he talk. I feel very sorry for them. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad that we got people in this country that would be that
gullible,
uninformed. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say dumb, but that's stupid. That's the word. A lot of his policy is against them.
Well, you know what he said. He said, "I like the uneducated."
He said that.
I love the uneducated.
And so you know why? More educated enough not to support somebody like him.
Yeah. Because of the things that he says.
Yes.
And does.
Period.
And does.
The things that he's done. Period. It would just turn you off.
So, speaking of turn off, I think it's a perfect segue. Pete Buttigieg.
I like him.
I don't, and I used to. Mm-hmm. But as we've uncovered a little bit more, he is. This is going to probably surprise you, but I think that he would be the stat quo candidate. I think that he would just do because I'm looking at how he runs his city. And he said it himself in the debate. I screwed it up. Like we dropped the ball.
But
Like we didn't do a good job.
Honest.
No, I mean he's being honest. But if you can't run a little city like South Bend, how could you run the country? We will give you a promotion.
Okay, you saying like he's running the city bad. He's doing a good job there.
If you're a white person, yes.
Yeah, for that big problem that came up with the police shooting the black guy.
Yeah, killing.
He said there was a problem with me. He screwed up on that. You know what I mean? And he said he took the weight. But the man he's not doing that state he's in initially a bad. He's not doing a bad. He's done pretty good.
Based on.
But I saw him freeze up. When in the debate, when the other two, I think one was he a former mayor, or he was he said you should have done this. You should have first of all fired your chief of police,
Hickenlooper,
and he had no rebuttal. He froze. He froze up, and that showed me that he wasn't qualified to be president. He ain't ready to be president. I don't think he's ready.
I don't think it disqualifies him.
I don't think he's ready.
Listen up to if he's got to make an apology, he'll make an apology. And I think he would be a great. I think he'd be a good man.
I mean, if you can't deal with
for
one
president right now, but I think he's.
Yeah, I mean, maybe vice president. But if you can't deal with one shooting in your town, this is a country that's going to have multiple in a month.
All the time.
Multiple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I saw him freeze up as well. And
you know that the police department is 2% African American in a city that got 26% African Americans.
And
I still like the way that he presents himself. He's cool, calm, collective, and I think he thinks.
He's definitely a smart guy. And you're in the majority because most people in these polls feel like he did a good job in the debate. Mm-hmm. So I think we're in the minority of not liking him. At least his performance. And I've liked, prior to this, I liked him. You know what I mean? I liked him. Mm-hmm. And, you've heard me say that. You know what I mean? And, so you can grab that. Mm-hmm. And, so I didn't really enjoy his performance. And I didn't think he said anything noteworthy. Same with Eric Swalwell. Nothing really stood out for me about him. You?
Mm-mm. And he came in late too, because he had been talking about running, but he put it off to the last minute. I didn't even know he was in, and I didn't know he had even declared, because they kept he did a lot of interviews. He did a lot of interviews.
Yeah, and they were saying he's coming.
He's coming, right. I didn't even hear when he came.
Yeah,
and so this to me, bizarre lady, very bizarre.
that's Oprah's lady,
Marianne Williamson, very bizarre lady.
Yeah.
She cannot be the president.
I mean, don't discount love.
I'm not discounting love. I'm just saying that, and I'm saying right now, if Marianne Williamson becomes the president, I'm moving to Canada.
Well, you know the thing. You got to think back on all those folks that was running.
Canada.
Okay, I hear you. But think back when they had debates with the Republicans. And Trump came out on top. This group of Democrats that we have, both nice, were all much smarter than all of them put together, I think. Because we didn't have a really...
What about Marianne Williamson?
Nobody was really just bad off the rocket. Wasn't terrible. But a lot of them were. And you don't find that in the Democrat that's running this year. And I'm talking about all 20.
People have been energized because of the Trump presidency. People have been energized and motivated to run. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In a way that I expected.
We've never seen before.
But I didn't expect 25 people to be running. 25 credible people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Now,
but I can't say that about the Republicans the last time.
No. It wasn't. They weren't qualified.
They were terrible.
They were energized to run, but they weren't qualified.
And they were energized. They were terrible then, and now they're even worse. Following him, they're worse. So that's the way I think about those.
So here's the pick for everybody. Joe Biden was the pick. They saying he's the guy, and. So, but you can't go by polls. You can only go so much by polls because it's how they feel in that moment. and whatever they said is they didn't put a hand on the Bible.
And they still making an educated guess because they don't know.
Yeah, you're sampling just a small percentage. Right. But Joe Biden, a lot of people were saying that Joe Biden is the only person that could stand up to Trump.
I don't know where that came from. Where did that come from?
Because Crazy Joe, you know what I mean? Like Crazy Joe. You remember sometimes
he didn't even. Let me tell you, he didn't even handle. He didn't even beat the girl from going back to McCain's candidacy from what was her name from Alaska. Mm-hmm. What was her name? But it, out of sight, out of mind. Well, they had that debate. I remember when she came on stage. And she grabbed his hand because she didn't know his name. She said, can I just call you Joe? And he said, yeah. She beat him in that debate.
Yeah, but
and
she beat him again. She beat him that first debate. Yeah. But she was she.
I've never been impressed with him because he lost 2 times running for president. I know Travis has been a fan of his.
Now here's what they say in his defense. They will say that he wasn't the front runner previous election attempts.
That's why he
now
lost.
He's the front runner.
Yeah,
and he was like the Eric Swalwell of the campaign back then.
He's up against a lot of strong women and men this time.
Mm-hmm. He's up against a very strong woman.
He was against some strong candidates before. That's why he lost. Okay, 2 times. Obama was running. Hillary was running. He's a whole lot of people.
Here's the thing. Joining the crowd of people that have beaten Joe Biden, Kamala Harris basically punched him in the mouth without touching him. But so there was a very passionate exchange back and forth between these two. And she pretty much confronted him on his record, and she criticized his work against school busing programs and his reaching across the aisle to segregationist senators who are long gone. But
well, you know what? In fairness, a lot of people didn't even understand exactly what she was trying to say. Because it went over their heads. You know what I mean?
Saying segregation?
No, the busing situation. Mm-hmm. Some people, and because
like the common folk.
Yeah, because some people say, "Well, I wasn't for busing either." You know what I mean?
People are not for busing. So that's another reason why we have the benefit of wisdom. What was busing like for people that was not born?
Yeah,
or old enough.
If I can go over it a little bit, I think that
you were
he's talking about the past. It's not about the past right now. These millennials and the others that are running right now, he got to talk about what he's going to do for the present.
Well,
the future.
The
past.
Well, listen.
They know he was. They know he wrote. He fought.
Well, you know what he would say to that? He said, "I didn't bring the past up. She did."
But she would say, "I only brought it up because you brought it up previously when you were celebrating about reaching us out." What I wish he had said in his, because I don't want the debate to just get to them talking these semantics about the bus, because like Travis said, the busing in the past is not going to be not going to be a whole big thing, 2 years from now. Mm-hmm. So he should have cleaned it up by saying, I was just trying to give you an example of me doing business with people I don't agree with or don't like. Mm-hmm. I don't like Mitch McConnell and any of those other clowns that are over there, and I have to work with them for the betterment of the American people. I will, just like I work with those losers over there. Mm-hmm. He should have worded it like that. Mm-hmm. But how she tripped him up is because of his personal words that we've heard him say about busing. So busing is just a metaphor for racism against black people. Mm-hmm. And but she's crafting it. She's slick. Mm-hmm. She's a prosecutor, so she's slick with it. Mm-hmm. And he's getting tripped up. But if he's getting tripped up on this, can he really beat Trump?
Because he ain't qualified to run.
Trump is slick.
Trump would trump him.
I think he can still beat Trump.
I don't think
Let me tell you one thing.
Like face to face on the microphone?
Yes, because I think Trump, he's talked so darn stupid. Any of them could be.
I
think so.
I
do like the women better.
I don't think Trump's stupid. I used to, but I don't. I think it's a method. I think that he's completely.
He's just a liar, and he makes up stuff.
Yeah.
And you need somebody that can go at him and tackle all that. But I don't.
Joe
Biden. Right
Biden.
now, I think a couple of those women could beat Trump. Women.
Yeah.
Could beat Trump.
I think that Kamala Harris is the best bet because he's scared of strong black women.
He's scared of anybody that's strong.
He's most scared of strong black women. He hasn't said anything about her. He's talked about all the other ones, the white women, the white men, the black men, but no black women. Well, there's only one in this whole thing. But I have heard him talk about Maxine Waters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she would trample him.
She's strong too.
She would trample him if she was running. She would trample him.
Well,
but see, you know, when you say that, that's good. She'll get the black vote, but you got to have more than the black vote to become president of the United States.
Ask Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
Ask Jesse Jackson.
Yes.
And so I mean, I feel like Biden got the worst of that exchange with Kamala Harris. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is that what hurt him so much is when he's trying to explain himself and he's like, I'm out of time. Yeah. And he just stopped.
That was apparent that he didn't want to talk anymore. You want me to stop? Okay, I'm going to stop talking. I mean, he could never. Travis, he can't handle. He can't handle.
That he could buckle under the pressure.
He got to have people strong. He's lost 3 times.
Two times.
Well, he gonna lose.
Well, you can't.
I'm counting this one.
Last week because of lost.
No, I'm saying he ran for president 3 times. And he gonna lose this one. Hey, I know you really don't lose this. You gotta have strong people.
But it's a whole other ball game right now. It's really another ball game.
Yeah.
Because all these young folks that are running, they're smart. They're smart.
Yes. Agreed.
And women right now, to me, the ones I see, the women are stronger than the men on these panels. Mm-hmm. Personally.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's what really worries me about Biden being at the head of the ticket. Okay, 2 weeks ago. Well, I'm just saying if he was 2 weeks ago, Joe Biden made his comments, and people have been talking about it for the last 2 weeks before the debate. We're the strategy people. We know that is going to come up. Mm-hmm. He wasn't prepared to talk about it.
Right.
And the problem with Trump is that Trump is going to say stuff that we don't even know, that people couldn't prepare for. Because he's just going to say random stuff. And if Biden wasn't prepared for something he knew was coming from Trump, you don't know what he's going to say.
I know, but Biden now is going to study it a little more. He's going to be a bit more smart on it. Wait a minute. Your father's frowning. But let me tell you one thing. I think the women Warren is stronger than not Warren, but Harris is stronger than Biden. I do. Yeah. I think she'll put up a better fight. Yeah. Against him. But wait a minute. The other but is if the vice president was up against him, I still think he'd beat him. I still think he'd beat him.
Okay, tell me this: how humbling would it be for a Harris-Biden ticket with Harris as the president?
That'd be strong. I think it'd be strong.
A 2-time vice president?
No, I don't think. I'm trying to think. I haven't heard it.
I don't think that's happened before.
No, I like to see the two.
I don't have a problem with that.
I like to see the 2 women.
Now, I think that Biden can mop the floor with Pence.
I think he might flow with Trump too.
I don't know. Y'all got more. Allegiance to trust in Biden.
I don't have any allegiance in Biden. I told you in the beginning that Harris was the one. Mm-hmm. Harris was my pick from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Warren was my pick of women in the beginning.
She surprised me.
She's strong.
Because and Warren is strong too, and she's able to pivot because she took some lumps, but she's bounced back from it.
But I don't think that she could debate Donald Trump.
No, I don't either. I was actually nervous of her a little bit because she was shaking sometimes. It was kind of weird.
Because she would talk and he won't say anything. He'll say, Pocahontas. You know what I mean? And he would steal the show just saying, Polka, I love you. He didn't say anything, and the crowd going, and that'll be the headline.
Y'all think now that he can still do the same stuff that
he been doing it all. He been doing it all his life.
I don't think he can do it with some of these folks.
He can't do it. He can't do it with Harris. He can't do it with Harris. He can't do it with Harris. He can't do it with her.
I don't think he can do it with Harris.
He don't even try. He ain't gonna do it with her. He can't do it with her.
It depends on, because you gotta. It's a certain type of girl. You know what I mean? I have 3 sisters, and I know that women, strong women, it's certainly you just can't do.
Exactly.
And there's some women that are not ready for that type of attack, and they're maybe more prone to
like the girl on Fox when he was we thought she was strong when she was announcing, and he said, "Oh, she got blood coming from somewhere," you know what I mean? And he threw her all off right there.
Yeah, that was you talking about Mika? Was it you talking about Krasinski?
No. He said that too about her. But this is I'm talking about when he was in the debate.
Oh, yeah.
So the good lady from Fox.
Yes.
I don't think
who's not there anymore.
Right. Not on NBC either.
I don't think he's gonna be strong this time.
He's gonna be strong. He gonna be. And then also if he was, I'm saying if it was Tamala and him, Kamala running, he might not even come to the debate, and he can get away with it.
Well,
he did it before.
Yeah, that would be crushing.
Really gonna kill him if he don't come to the debate. That woman really kill him.
Yeah, well, maybe not with his base.
Yeah.
So here's how they're gonna try to come at her. They're gonna try to use the birther conspiracy to come at her. Don Jr.
floated it out.
He retweeted this statement that said Kamala Harris is not an American black. She is half Indian, half Jamaican. I'm so sick of people robbing American blacks like myself of our history. It's disgusting. The Harris family were actually slave owners. He shared this. This was an alt-right person that tweeted this initially, and then he reshared it to his millions of followers, and he put, "Is this true?" He later deleted it that same night. And this ties into the thing, and I've seen people say this online, that she's not real. She doesn't know our struggle. Blah 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 blah.
So then I agree with them. So Donald Trump knows our struggle. You know what I mean? It's so stupid when they say these idiotic things.
I'm sad that both of y'all think that he's so strong. I don't think he's strong.
Talking about Trump.
Yeah, I really don't. I think too many people now know his game. And all you got to do is know his game and throw right back at him what he throws out.
They're scared to do that.
Who throws back? I mean, the Republicans don't throw back? The media don't throw back?
No, I'm just talking about this. A couple of these people on this.
Well, the only one that I see,
I think Harris.
Yeah, that's the only one I see.
I think Elizabeth Warren would even do better.
Yeah.
I don't.
Against him.
So, but real quick before we leave, her father being from Jamaica, mother being Indian, is she black? Does she know the black experience? Absolutely.
Yeah. She laid it out on the last debate. She said, "I was bust." And you remember, Travis, you might not remember, young man.
I don't.
But in 1973, I remember in the 70s, when they were busing in Boston.
Sure.
This is in Boston. This is in the North.
Yeah.
And those white people were spitting and throwing everything on them kids. That was I would have been scared to death myself of us. Yeah. I'm 7, getting on a bus, going to the school, throwing bottles. White people.
So this was on the TV news. They showed us.
Yes, every night. We go.
We were young kids too at that point, but still.
I wasn't. I had kids then.
Huh?
I wasn't no young kid. In the early 70s. I ain't talking about, I ain't even going back to the 60s now. I'm talking about in the 70s.
Yeah, because this
Boston.
Is the time when
I remember
when Biden was talking about it.
Yeah, I remember.
73 and 74.
Yeah, I remember Boston. I was shocked. I didn't even know. I thought Boston was up north.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Her growing up in Oakland, here in America, the racist people weren't looking at her and saying, "Oh wait, her father's Jamaican, her mother's Indian.
Exactly.
We ain't gonna be racist to her."
Right.
We're gonna, they treated her just like they treated, any other black person that
exactly.
Racist against.
That's the perfect example.
So we're going to see July 30th, July 31st. Your hometown, Detroit, is
Detroit
going to be
in
the
the
next
house.
debates. 10 people per night, same way, same qualifications. Then after that, things are going to change. So the third debate's September 12th, maybe the 13th, depending on how many candidates. But there's going to be some people that's going to be kicked out.
Not going to make it. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be different qualifications, and they'll have to get donations from 130,000 different donors, and it must include 400 from 20 different states, and they must also hit the 2% in 4 different qualifying polls. So it's going to be real tough. It's not going to be 20 people in that debate. Then here's another thing that's interesting. After September, there's going to be a debate every month until April.
Every month.
So that means October 2019, November 2019, December 2019, January 2020, February 2020, March 2020, and April 2020 debates.
By that time,
every month.
By that time, might be one person on the stage. I'm getting prepared for that, brother. Okay.
Well, that's a good way to get them out, to narrow it down.
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna know whoever the person is really, really well.
Yeah.
Well, at least their talking points.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for another amazing show.
This was great.
Yes.
This really was.
Yes.
There's so much to talk about. It's just this exciting and very, very fascinating time to be around.
It is. It's good to be alive. I'm glad to be here on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad we're on the radio too.
Yes.
Y'all got on shirts. I don't show mine.
Definitely.
Not knowing what I was gonna do to
Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know he was gonna be on the radio.
Right. He thought he was gonna be in the gym.
My friend called me. Said, "Come on down." And then
I said, "Come on over here." So I said, "He know politics like we do." And listen, and if this was debate and they're gonna add up all the talking, he talked more than anybody.
Yeah, he did.
When they say 8 minutes.
Right.
So I'm glad he came in.
Nikki talked a little bit more than Andrew Yang, just a little bit more, and she didn't say nothing.
But before we go off, I want to tell you people out there. Diana Ross is fabulous. I want to see the show every night. And I've seen her, I know, at least 10 times. And she's
10 times?
I never seen her once.
I ain't seen nobody.
I haven't seen her since what time?
She at 75.
She's 75?
Looking like she's about maybe 50.
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
The
She
lifestyle.
run for president. She's 75. We got a bunch of 75.
She would get this trash up in the world.
So that was good. So where did you go see her at?
Down Lyric.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
She was good. Very down to earth. You know, it was a great show. Just a great show altogether.
She's the original diva.
Original, yes.
Everybody else trying to be like her.
Yeah. And she wears clothes and she takes us back to that old school drama. I mean, dressing up. Right now they go on the stage with jeans on, you know? Or if it's not something tight, they ain't going on stage. I think it's crazy. But that's show.
That's just what, that's show.
And listen, and that's somebody who loves Diana Ross. He been talking about Diana Ross for.
Diana Ross, that's right.
And she knows you love her.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows. So that's good. If you get a chance to see Diana Ross, come to your town. She won't be in South Bend. I know that. With Buttigieg. That's the concert up.
And she knows the lifestyle secrets.
Yes.
She looks good.
Oh, she do.
She knows the secret.
She's got the secrets.
Yeah.
That's what Barry Gordy said. We leave on that.
He don't.
All right, see you guys next week.